Hey everyone, it's Cass from Tales of Wanderlust. If you're curious how I find boondocking spots like this one, stay tuned and I'll show you how to do it. Alright, it is moving day today. Unfortunately, I have to leave this absolutely beautiful campsite. I don't know if you can see around me, but it has been very private. The mountains are right over there. You can see out my front window. So we're going to head on down into Salida, Colorado and see what we can find down there. It is also moving day because if we check the black tank level, we are at 88%. So we're getting pretty close and we're going to need to dump and refill. I always get out when I'm about to hit the pavement and just do a quick walk around to make sure everything looks right, everything's still good, and then we hit the road for the full trip. Alright, so first thing I check is the tires, make sure they look right, make sure that the chains and everything back here are still connected, make sure my lights are still on, the Basecamp tires still look good, all good there. Tires still good. Check that door. Always make sure that the deadbolt is on because otherwise these Basecamp doors are known to come open when driving. Everything still looks good. Good tires. Time to hit the road. So if you want to see how our little group travels, Napoleon sits here in the driver's side seat. He actually has a little buckle that buckles right into the seatbelt, so he is seat belted in. Jasper also has his own seat belt in the back. He's not as big of a fan of the car, so he's not looking the happiest right now, but he's back there, he's all buckled in, and we're ready to hit to our next spot. We'll see you all there. Alright, here we are at the dump station. I will spare you from the dumping videos at this point, so you can see Jasper hanging out, which is much cuter. And then we'll head up to our new boondocking spot and I'll show you how we find a site. Now I've actually been at this boondocking area before, so I won't show you how to find a spot on Campendium. We will save that for a future video. Instead, what we're going to focus on in this video is how to scout around once you're at a location and find the perfect site. When you're scouting around in a boondocking area, the campsites will be usually pretty obvious. A lot of times there are roads into them or stone fire rings that mark the site. These two sites are very large and open. I was really hoping that one of them would be available, but on the right-hand side we have a tent and on the left-hand side we have an RV. So we're going to continue on up the road. Now, since I've been at this boondocking area before, I know how the roads are and I know there are turnaround areas up ahead. So I'm taking the RV with me and it is attached. However, if this was a newer spot and I really wasn't sure what to expect, sometimes I do drop the RV at the beginning of the dirt road. I'll leave a hitch lock on it so I don't have to worry about it. And then Jasper, Napoleon, and I will hop in the 4Runner and go scout around so we can check out the roads, see if we can find a site before dragging the base camp all the way in. Alright, we've got a couple of spots here and I'm kind of scouting from the road, but over here on the left-hand side there is an off-leash dog and I'm really careful with Jasper around that. He doesn't get along with other dogs, so we can't stay there. And then on the right, there is a van or bus tucked up in the woods somewhere around there. So we're gonna keep heading on up. All right, so I parked the base camp on the side of the road, left my blinker on because I saw this spot, and other than a little bit of trash, actually a lot of trash, we're gonna have to do a little bit of cleanup. It doesn't look like there's anybody in here. Let's see how trashed this site is. So we got a whole lot of trash, dirty socks, toilet paper hanging from a tree, more trash, more dirty toilet paper. We're gonna keep on looking. This might be a potential because I can clean it, but let's see what else is out there. Another really perfect spot, but it is taken, so onward we go. And the next spot up the road is also taken, even though it has really good views, so we are gonna keep on driving. This is why the size of the base camp is awesome, is I am literally, ooh, we might be too tight here. No, we made it. I am literally turning around in this little area. And then we're gonna try not to hit this tree, not hitting that bush. Check my mirror. Just made it by the tree. Haha. Go tiny RV. All right, we have to make this scouting quick because I'm actually taking up most of the road. Actually, I think I hear somebody coming, so. And it is starting to rain. Even better. But let's see this spot here real quick. So far the coast is still clear. It looks like this spot, we're running. It's raining and I'm blocking the road. More trash, but we got a spot. All right, let's pull on in. All right, now that I got out of the road, you can see how tight of a fit it was to get in there. So one thing I'm worried about is off-leash dogs. Jasper does not get along well with off-leash dogs. So this site is actually right on the border of BLM, so Bureau of Land Management, and National Forest, which, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a fence that runs right along here, which is great because then I don't need to worry about any dogs coming from that direction. I only need to worry about dogs coming from the other direction. Plan of action, we're gonna come straight in here, we're gonna pull over here and then try to back the RV up through there so that I can then start pulling back down the drive and then leave the RV right like that, but pointed down the drive, so when I want to hook up, I can just turn the truck in, back up, hook up, and go straight out. Whoever was here last left trash literally everywhere. Look at this. All over. If you ever go camping out in the public lands, boondocking, take care of it. It's here for everybody. You don't want to leave a mess like this for somebody else to clean up. And you want to treat the space well so that they don't close this area down and we can all come back and we can all keep enjoying the camping. Now the slightly entertaining part about this video is as I was pulling into the campsite, I really thought I had enough room under the tree, but if you watch the tree branches, you'll see that it gets caught on the roof of the base camp and the solar panels actually rip off one of the branches. This did cause damage to my sewer tank vent and I did have to replace that in the end. Other than scratches, there was no other damage, so we really lucked out there, but just keep in mind to watch for those low branches and make sure that you're going to clear them. And that is how we find these kind of boondocking spots. It takes a little bit of effort, but in the end, it is absolutely worth it. And a lot of these camping areas you can stay at for up to 14 or 16 days. Definitely worth a little bit of effort to find the perfect spot.